Thank you. Good afternoon. How are you all doing? It was a little bit quiet after the last speak, so come on, people. Hang on. I'm Michel Visser. I'm the founder of Connected.com, which is the biggest community for education, peer-to-peer or one-to-many in the Netherlands, where we match the demand of students and teachers on a locally. And how did it start? Let me take you along the story of myself. Of about 4 years ago, I was still an actor. I studied acting at the drama school in Arnhem. Finished studying. I went acting, played for several theater companies, and I was rehearsing a play. And after the rehearsals, I went home by tram, as usually, with this tram to my home in Amsterdam. And I was sitting behind two guys, and I was secretly overlistening their conversation, as that sometimes happens in public transport. And you don't want to know many of those stories, but this story inspired me to start my company. These guys just went away from a job interview, and they were rejected due to a bad presentation. And when I listened to them, I thought, why didn't these guys come to me and ask me, Michel, could you teach us about presenting, about storytelling? And I thought, why didn't they do it? Because it's impossible. We share everything online, but it's impossible to tap into that social capital of your neighborhood and get into that skills locally and ask them, hey, could you teach me? Could you learn me anything? No, that was not possible. So I stepped out of that tram, I quit my job acting, and I started Connected. And my dream was to allow people to tap into all social capital around them, to learn from each other, to make a network for education where peer-to-peer, one-to-many, we can grow and develop ourselves by sharing the knowledge we have. Because I believe that all the knowledge we need to develop ourselves resides in the people around us. And that's where it started. To build a network which is able to create, to turn your neighborhood into the university. And that's how it started. So what we're doing right now is we're matching the demand of lifelong learners. What we notice is that our education system, it tries to prepare us for the job market, but when people finish, they're not ready to start their jobs. They're missing skills. So where they're looking for computer skills, they're looking for business and career skills, and we'll find them a teacher nearby and match them to meet up locally and start learning. So how does that work? Let's test it out. Do you have a specific skill you would like to learn? Coding. Is there someone in this, what specific language? That's like JavaScript, for example, PHP. JavaScript. Is there a JavaScript coder in this room? Someone? Yeah. So this is how it works. So you go to Connected. You go to Connected. You just ask a question, and we actively ask around, and we find you a teacher nearby who can teach you what you want to learn. So if you could meet up in the next coffee break, should we do another one? What would you like to learn? What would you like to learn? What would you like to learn?
What would you like to learn? For me, not with programming, but mainly with human attention.
Human attention?
Yes. My specialization is business administration.
Business? Is there someone who wants to learn business administration? So this is how it works. There's so much social capital around us that we could learn anything from the people around us. So that's how we started, to change our education system from a closed and centralized institution to an open network for education, where we tap into the knowledge not only from our neighbors, but also from professional teachers and institutes around us. Because we believe that everyone has a skill worth sharing. And that's how we do it in the first place. And now, recently, we started to open up also the universities and high schools. So we started to work together with universities in the Netherlands, where all the different modules are packed into that curriculum. And we told to them, like, why not open it up for lifelong learners? If I am working and I want to follow a specific module on, for example, marketing, why am I not able to tap into that knowledge inside that university and just cherry pick my own education and own my own curriculum again for life and keep learning? Because do you think we're gonna have the same job during our career. No, we're not gonna. So who thinks he will be working at the same place and in the same job which he's currently working in? Can I see fingers? 1, 2, 3. Well, that's not a lot. So I guess the rest of you needs to start thinking in how you need to develop yourself, how you need to grow your own professional life. And that's why we want to open up the education which is locked up within the universities and within these educational institutes for lifelong learners. So that's how we start doing it, by having a demand-driven system and tapping into all the knowledge we have inside our community, having a quality and build-up community for educators. And this is Amsterdam right now. It's full with people sharing their knowledge. And how do we do this? Building a community for local education. That's pretty difficult. We need to have a vision on how and where we need to go to as a country, as a community for educators. So we need to tap into a mission and a vision for people to really start building that community feeling. And have a why. Why are we doing this? We are getting ready for a new job market. Our current education system is built upon a system which derives from the Industrial Revolution, and where we pack people into rooms and for 4 to 8 years of studies. Is that fit for the new future of the job market? No. So we need to have people on board who believe that we need to get ready for the new market, for the new job market. And that's why we build a grassroots organization to share the word and to make sure that we help you find that local teacher who can help you develop. And why do we need to do that grassroots? Because we want to have that local connection. Because if we have a neighborhood and there is no teachers who can help you out, it doesn't start. So that's how we build a community. And we use a snowflake model. So we already start before people even subscribe to our platform. We look at how do we get them to the point of being an advocate for Connected, an ambassador. Because once they're at the point as an ambassador, they will start actively doing stuff for us we could never ever ask them to do before they ever thought about it. For example, we have ambassadors now throughout the Netherlands without even asking us. They take and print our stuff. They go to local meetups and they go to local government meetups and they start sharing the word of Connected because they feel ownership over the platform and ownership over the idea of building a local network for education. And you need to make them feel owner of it, otherwise they won't be working together with you to share the word and share and grow the network of educators. And so we have a network of community builders. We have clear metrics for them. We incentivize them and we give them a good CRM to actually work with us. And we give them an education in community building, in storytelling, to allow them to actually share the word for us. And then you start to build a self-sustaining infrastructure for local ambassadors to grow the network for you. And this is what we see as the new marketing. So in marketing, it's all about reach. It's all about getting the traffic in, getting sign up, getting followers and awareness. But what we would try to do is to create happiness. Creating that real connections in real life and make good stories of people who actually learn from each other. Getting the retention in to make sure that the traffic we have is not only new traffic, but it's traffic from people we had before. People who had a happy experience over our platform. And that's how you create active users as well. And active users start sharing the story for you. And that creates referrals from other people as well. And the good thing about it is that you get product feedback as well. This is one of our meetups we organize regularly, and people send us emails, hey, can we get into that next meeting because we want to collaborate in building your platform. We have feedback for you, and we want to decide how you build your platform, and that's lovely. We don't have the power to do everything. The ideas they bring to these kind of meetups, they completely want to change the interface, how it works. But the good thing is they feel ownership and they give you the product feedback you are looking for. You don't have to look for it yourself anymore. It's a really empowered community will bring the feedback to you towards your product. And how does it actually then work out in real life? Well, this is Heba. Heba, she is from Syria. And about a year ago, in November 2015, she got to the Netherlands. She, well, not completely walked, but she got all the way via the Balkan route towards the Netherlands. And she got to the little town of Spakenburg, which is a really Christian community in the Netherlands. And she got there in an asylum center, and she needed to integrate in Dutch society. And the first thing she wanted to do is to learn the Dutch language. So what she did, she found Connected, and she asked the question, as we just practiced here as well, can someone teach me how to learn Dutch? And that's how she got in touch with Gerlinde, a local from Spakenburg, and they together met up, and they started to learn Dutch. First by just practicing words and having an easy conversation together, and then they started to sing guitar to songs on the guitar. And now she's able to sing guitar songs in Dutch. And lately in September, she just started to study medicine in the Netherlands, and that's been taught in Dutch and English, of course. So that's actually how we impact the lives of people in a really small case. And by allowing you to learn from your neighbors, and to learn not only from neighbors but from professional teachers, and from now on also from that modular education within universities and high schools, we give you the possibility for a lifelong of learning, and that's how we create education by everyone and for everyone. Thank you very much. Are there any questions? Yes. Yeah, that was you.
Yeah.
There.
I have a question about the teachers. Because not everybody might be really good teachers. I may be like really bad at explaining what JavaScript is. So how do you make sure that your teachers also become better at teaching? How does this happen?
Well, first of all, we allow people to leave reviews, of course. So, of course, when you're a first-time teacher, you don't have any reviews yet, but that will soon come then if you're a bad teacher. And secondly, we have a teacher program. So when teachers subscribe, they also, like you saw on the snowflake model, they also are brought along a model of where we give them tips and tricks in how to build good classes, how to host good classes, where they need to host it, to really take them along like a similar line of community building as we do with our students.
Anyone else?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry, I didn't hear anything about, is there any payment for the teachers, or is it about skill sharing?
It's both. So we have people you can learn from for free. So from most of the neighbors you can learn for free, and then the professional teachers and the institutes they charge money for your classes. So it's up to you to choose if you want to learn from a neighbor or from a professional teacher. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Michel. Thank you.
This is for you. Thank you.